Yes, people, we are back with an absolute bang. We have a jam-packed, full to the brim show for you. The F1 show is back, guys. We are back with a bang. I am joined by a lovely little co-host, Niall. How are you today?
Yes, very good. Been quite busy actually. Made a video talking about Piastri and Ricciardo. So if you want a more in-depth view on things, do check that one out. That I made earlier. It was quite nice, and also big up to Russ who's just become a member. We love to
Oh,
see that.
yes, Russ.
Love to see that.
Congratulations. Yeah, big up comments. Got a couple of comments already. We got Mustafa says hi.
That was definitely Charles' fault. For the first time ever. For the first time ever, it was not my fault, and I just want to put that on record.
In my defense, like we got a little distracted. Apologies. Well, I thought, yeah. Anyway, I mean,
I'm just putting it on record that for the first time ever, it wasn't because of me, the Willie.
Yeah, we can absolutely put that on record.
We'd love to see that.
I mean, I feel like it's only fitting today that we start with one of the saddest videos I watched today ever, and that's Daniel Ricciardo. I mean, dude looked like he was having like a breakdown. Genuinely, he looked like he'd gone to war. Like, I mean, hold on. Big up to Matt. He says, massive super chat. He said, cars go fast. Thank you. Appreciate the knowledge here. I do, you know.
You do.
Me and Nal appreciate. Big up to RJ. He says, hello. Wolf says, hey, lads. I don't have any money. He says,
know that feeling. I live in the UK. None of us have money.
Literally, welcome to our world.
The Daniel Ricciardo, I mean, it was quite poetic actually. That I was, I'm lucky I got my video out early, because if I didn't, it would have been out of date already. But obviously, you know, it was out there, wasn't it, this afternoon that Daniel Ricciardo has left McLaren, mutually terminated the contract, and look. Everyone on social media is talking about, he's been so unfairly treated. He's a man. He's a grown-ass man. He knows that he has not performed. I think, you know, Monza was a fantastic race for him. It was a fantastic race for McLaren. But other than that, he's been absolutely destroyed by his teammate. Lando has wiped the floor with him. He's a grown man. He knows he hasn't performed well enough to probably keep the seat. And look, onto something different, and there is space. I mean, McLaren looking at Oscar Piastri, so there might be a space at Alpine available if they can't get Piastri. So maybe a deal between the two of them, because, you know, Piastri has no intention of driving for Alpine. I think he's made that quite public.
He's made that very, very, very clear.
Crystal clear. Piastri has made that crystal clear. There's no doubting about that at all.
No,
he's made it perfectly clear his opinion on that. So there is space at Alpine. So maybe Danny Rick could go there. But of course it is sad, because I think everyone thought that he would have that speed, the mentality to really drive this McLaren team forward, obviously after Carlos left to go to Ferrari, but it never really materialized into anything other than a couple of fairly decent results and an amazing result at McLaren. At Monza, I mean, in a McLaren.
No, completely agree. I think the hype was there for him to come in and do big things, and I think the level of hype compared to the performance that we've had, two complete polar opposites from what I expected. I'm not gonna lie, I'm disappointed, to be honest. Like, I wanted him to succeed. Like, I thought he did. I did well at Red Bull. Like, I really did. I think maybe the job was just too big. And also you have Lando Norris, who is this young up-and-coming driver who you thought if you put with Daniel Ricciardo would actually balance it out and maybe be able to even it out. But instead, Lando's just shown that he is capable, and Daniel Ricciardo has just shown that it was too much for him to deal with.
Well, Lando's basically stepped into the team leader role, hasn't he? You think of Red Bull, and you think of Max being their sort of the main man, Ferrari, Charles Leclerc, Mercedes and Lewis. I think Lando has proven himself that he can take that main man role and be the front face of the team, and I think that helps McLaren in a way, because now they're not going to be so worried, because I think they were thinking Carlos was the experience, so they wanted to get some experience in with Lando. And I think what Lando has done now is he's proven to the team and to everyone else that he doesn't need the experience anymore. He is that experience. So it does help McLaren in terms of a driver sort of change. So it's definitely one of them that they can now look at maybe another young up and coming driver like an Oscar Piastri, because they know that Lando is capable and got the mindset and the mentality to still be the main man at McLaren. And I think having someone like Oscar Piastri come in will definitely drive Lando a lot more than I think Danny Rick did. That is it's a bit sad when you say it like that, but I think Lanzi actually sums up Daniel Ricciardo's time at McLaren pretty well. It does.
Ricciardo went to McLaren, won more races than Lando, got paid 21 mil and left. Sounds pretty solid.
Not gonna lie, that is just as a quick summary, that is perfect. He's basically done there 2 seasons, won a race, won more than Lando, got paid a massive amount of money, and now he's going to move on. I think he won't be sad. He knows what what it's about.
Yeah, Lance, if McLaren was smart, they're not. They'd get Latifi so he can use 100% of his power. Russ says, "Jesus, Matt, you could have had a bet with A99." Lando is mid. Latifi would outperform him in the same car.
I don't think you've been watching Williams.
Latifi would outperform everyone. What do you think about Lewis Hamilton fans? Are they confused?
Lewis fans are a very unique breed of fan.
Breeds.
It's the best way to describe Lewis fans is think of Ronaldo fans, and that's Lewis fans. They think they're better than everyone else, and they don't really like it when they get beaten. Max Verstappen.
Yeah. Sorry, we've just had another super chat. We just had another super chat from Russ. Big up to Russ. F1 go. Brrr.
I don't think.
No,
maybe
Michael,
the V8.
No, Michael, no.
Maybe the V8. Maybe the V8. Maybe the V8s would have sounded like that. But not anymore.
Yeah, guys, if you haven't already, please make sure you are subscribed to this channel. And guys, smash the like button. If you haven't smashed the like button, what are you doing?
If you want to be a member of the channel, you can find all the information in our description. The first link you click is the one that you need. So if you want to join down below, unless you're on their desktop, and then you find.
Yeah, if you want to join our membership, it's very cool. Like, there's going to be so much stuff coming. Like, stay tuned. Niall, I don't think I'm better than everyone. I know I'm better than everyone.
I mean, who said that? I'm not even on the screen.
Lanzi. Clearly not Lanzi. I don't see an icon next to your name. Yeah, I mean, he's right. You haven't joined the membership, so Russ is right. Sorry, not sorry. But I mean, yeah, I think Ricciardo. I mean, did you see the video he posted?
No.
So I saw the video he posted, and he genuinely looked like a battered man. Like, he looked broken, genuinely. Like, I don't know how to, like, the statement they released and then the video that Ricciardo released are two polar opposites again. So
I'm gonna go look at this. You're gonna have to do some show filler.
That's fine. We can go through some comments quickly just while Niall catches up. Russ is better than everyone, in my opinion. Thank you, Wolf. But Wolf, still no badge against your name either. No membership, you know. That's
Hold on, where's this video?
On Instagram. Wolf isn't better than anyone, says Mustafa. Smiley face from Wolf. Lovely. But yeah, no, the video he posted was two completely different things for me. Like the way he looked, the way he sounded, like he looked like he'd been crying or was going to cry. Like there was definitely tears welling up, you know. But they definitely, he looked broken, to be honest. They definitely looked like they were on two different pages, McLaren and Ricciardo, and a statement doesn't state a video. Like the video is a completely different story.
Okay, I can just tell from the first 30 seconds that is not Daniel Ricciardo. Like let's cut the crap there. That's not Daniel Ricciardo. Not well. It is him.
Weird, isn't it?
I'm not about to say that, you know, that's not actually that. It is him, but
he looks broken, doesn't he? He looks broken.
Yeah. And ultimately, I think this is why him leaving is the right thing, because he does need a fresh start. He needs to get away from that. That car has not worked for him. The team hasn't worked for him, and he does need to move on. You can just see that in the video. But my God, you can see it. You can definitely see it. He looks absolutely gutted. But as I say, I don't think Formula One is over for him. I think, you know, Ralph, I know, has said a fair bit about Daniel Ricciardo, but Ralf Schumacher has said an awful lot of things that I completely disagree with him. In fact, I actually mentioned it in the video from earlier that Ralf Schumacher is just a delusional imbecile, but also he's got a conflict of interest, because he was like, Mick Schumacher's got speed. I'm like, I agree with that to a degree, but he's also got a good crash in him as well. So, but you didn't mention that bit, did you, Ralph? Oh, maybe that's because you're his freaking uncle. You know, conflict of interest and all that. I mean, you are Michael's brother, therefore Mick's uncle. So, you know, don't start talking to me about Mick Schumacher, because, you know, I think, and look, I like Mick, but you cannot compare Mick to Daniel Ricciardo. I think Daniel Ricciardo is I think he'll find another seat. And as I said, Alpine are looking for someone now, and Piastri wants to go to McLaren. So I just don't understand why them two wouldn't just swap and just be done with it. Because Alpine do need a Daniel Ricciardo, because they've got Ocon, but Ocon isn't that big name. Whereas you're losing Fernando Alonso, you need someone in there that who's got that big name. So I do think I do think
we've had a very good question brought in. Who is the Harry Maguire of F1? Who's the Harry Maguire?
Latifi.
Yeah, I mean, I agree there, definitely. Although Lanzi says it's Lance Stroll.
Oh, it's a tough one. It is a tough one. It is.
Yeah.
No, I'm going to stick with mine and say Latifi.
Ferrari are bottling Spa by putting Leclerc on Inters in the dry.
Yeah, they're something. Ferrari are something. I don't know what to say.
Who's the Scott McTominay of F1?
Do you know what? It's probably Schumacher, Mick Schumacher.
I was going to say Schumacher.
That's what I'm thinking anyway. I don't know what you're thinking.
I feel like Schumacher's like the key fit. I mean, not that he doesn't have the same colour hair as Scott McTominay as well, so it kind of really works. I mean, maybe McTominay and Schumacher should swap. Maybe Schumacher's better than football and McTominay's better in a car in a box.
Just want to confirm we're talking about Mick Schumacher, not his father, right?
Yes.
Just FYI, his father was the GOAT of Formula One, so we definitely.
Oh no, 100%. Like it's the son, Mick Schumacher. Like we're not disrespecting the GOAT. We're not going down that road. We don't disrespect that. But if we are gonna go down a road, we might as well go down the road of Oscar Piastri to McLaren. Big
that's
news,
another
big
one.
news.
It's a bit of both, isn't it? Like as I said, you could sort of put these two together, because that is sort of those two really, they do go together in a way. But Piastri is a fantastic driver. I was actually gobsmacked, and when I say gobsmacked, I truly mean gobsmacked that he didn't
Niall
actually
doesn't just for information purposes. Niall doesn't get gobsmacked, speechless, or anything on the other on a very rare occasions.
I was absolutely speechless that he didn't even get a seat this season. Like literally, for me, he's a fantastic driver. He's actually one of the only, I think, out of five drivers. I think it's Lewis, Nico Hülkenberg, Nico Rosberg, George Russell, and Charles Leclerc. Out of those, they're the only ones that have won F2 in their rookie year. And he also only joins Lewis Hamilton, Nico Hülkenberg, George Russell, and I think Charles Leclerc to win GP3/F3 in their rookie year, win F2 and GP2 because they were classed the same thing in their rookie season there. So to do that, I mean, he's joined only 5 drivers, in the history of Formula One to win F2 and F3 in their rookie year. So I mean, Lanzi saying after all this hype, Piastri is mid. I mean, you clearly have never watched Formula 2, Lanzi, but that's fine because
literally,
I don't expect you to watch all of the feeder series, but I know F2 a little bit. I also know a bit about some of the lower forms. One lad to watch out for is a Zane Maloney. He's currently in F3. So yeah, he's one to keep an eye on. He's not had the best of seasons, but I've watched him live a couple of times in F4, British F4, and he's fantastic. So another one to keep an eye on. But Piastri isn't mid, and Piastri would give Lando a bloody good.
I think,
good one.
But I think that's what Lando needs, that competitiveness in his team to be able to, because if you look at in teams, you need someone to be able to push you. You want someone that actually pushes you to do better, pushes you to get that win, pushes you to be able to get that win, or be able to push yourself to the point where you know your limits. And Daniel Ricciardo hasn't done that. Daniel Ricciardo hasn't been the person that we've all known at Red Bull. Like, as far as I'm concerned, I think Piastri and Norris is going to be a very good combination for McLaren.
Oh yeah, I completely agree.
Like, I just think it's going to be a very, very good situation for them. So yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing that combination and seeing what A, they're capable of, and B, what it can take Lando Norris to.
Yeah. He's definitely,
which I think is really important. Yeah, I feel like with Ricciardo, he's had it so easy that it's like time for him to have that push.
Yeah, no, I'd agree with
that. We have Chris joining us as well. Hi, Chris. Hope you're good.
Well, evening, strangers.
Hello. Your thoughts on the Piastri to McLaren?
Oh, it's a major fuck off, isn't it, from Alpine? Imagine announcing
I literally, when you said fuck up, I was like, is he going to say McLaren have messed up? And I was like, what?
No, Alpine. I mean, Alpine using. Imagine, I've never seen it before in F1 where you announce a driver and then an hour later a driver says, "What the hell are they on about?" I haven't signed anything. So I think, but with the move, I thought I wanted him to prove himself at like a Williams type of team because I thought, well, it might be a bit risky, but I said that about Lando Norris and what he's done at McLaren. A brilliant job. So, and I feel Piastri has the same type of talent and potential as Lando Norris. So, and I think it's a very exciting partnership to have at McLaren. Obviously, I do feel sorry for Ricciardo, but at the same time, I don't, because he wasn't consistent enough. So, simple as that.
Yeah, no. Did you see his video stating what was going on Instagram? Or whatever it was he posted it?
Who Danny Ricciardo or?
Yeah.
No, I haven't seen it.
Maybe once it's done, give it a watch. It's a very interesting. It's a broken man.
Also, actually, no, don't worry. I'll message you, man.
Okay. But yeah, no. It's definitely been interesting. I think a few changes already for next season. But we are going to have a little review of the first half of the season. Feel like we haven't really
just like this one. However, when I went to Silverstone, I missed the F2 feature race, so you might have a point now. I do have a point. You don't get the bit with Piastri. He is the real deal. That's the thing. And look, I like certain drivers in Formula One, and out of the sort of the newer ones that have come in, I love Max because he's just violent. I love Charles Leclerc because he's a good driver and he is a nice lad. Checo is one, but he's not new. I don't like George Russell. I think he's a wanker. Then you've got Lando. Quite like Lando. They're the three. Piastri is going to join that club. Also, Wolf says out of topic, cool t-shirt now. That is nice, but you can see our merch. If you like our logo, the one that Russ made, you can actually get that on a shirt. So if you have a look down below, our merchandise shop is open and you can order stuff. There's lots of stuff. You don't even have to have a shirt. You can order a mug. So, yeah.
If you want to be really cool when you're like watching the F1 with your mug, then you do you, hun. You do you.
I'll be ordering some stuff. Also on YouTube.
Yeah. Although I am a Hamilton fan, Verstappen is by far the best driver on the grid at the moment. Hold on. Pause.
Yeah, oh
a Hamilton fan has got common sense here. Thank you.
Yeah, Steve wanted them not to start as well.
Yeah, I mean, we might as well start as we mean to go on and actually review the half the season that's gone already, with only less than double figure races left. I think it's time to discuss. Obviously, start of the season. What were your thoughts going in to the start of the season?
Well, I thought Ferrari were the best prepared going into the season because of the new race, and they were I think they started preparing in 2020. I think it was the new race, and so I did expect a Mercedes to top off. Missed it well, so then that's it. Obviously, not this bit of a top off. I did expect them to still win races, but not expecting to be anywhere near top two because of with the U partnership as well. With the U partnership, it's going to take time because Bottas was obviously being the guinea pig to Lewis Hamilton, didn't he? At Mercedes, so. And but yeah, I think everyone predicted Ferrari to be favourites, but not for me. I put Red Bull to win.
Big up to Prime. This is Niall and Charlotte looking really good tonight. I'm not drunk, by the way.
Also, Dylan says Ricciardo will join Haas. I don't think Gunther Steiner has enough money for Daniel Ricciardo, unless Daniel Ricciardo is willing to decrease his wages by about 75%.
I think Mick Schumacher will stay at Haas.
Mercedes still sounds like a I may be chuckling. No,
Guys,
I
if
predicted.
if you haven't already, smash the like button and subscribe to this channel. We have memberships now. The link is below, and please subscribe. More importantly, smash the like. And if you want to join our membership, you want to be cool, join us.
No, it's only right.
If
You were joined by a member, so.
If you join the membership, we've just sorted some emojis out. Well, when I say we, I mean Russ. But we've got some emojis sorted. So if you can use them, and you get a nice little cool badge next to your name as well. So there are advantages to it. Lots of advantages.
Prime says, "Nah, address this now. Your hair is amazing. What's going on?"
I don't know how. Because I have not sorted it today. I literally just boom done that, sorted. That's just
And Dylan says the Plymouth Elvis.
I don't know if I really want to be classed as Elvis, because
Anyway, Niall, what are your first thoughts on the first part of the season?
Do you know what? I thought after the first 4 races, when Red Bull had dropped out twice, I was like, okay, we're going to try and penalise Max in a different way and try and make this fight a little closer then. I see it. It turns out that I was right in terms of thinking that Max and Red Bull were going to win it again. I don't know what's happened with Ferrari, but not a lot has changed. Because they still cannot do a strategy to save their life.
I mean,
that's quite clear.
I mean, sorry to interrupt. If I was going to be brutal, I would say overrated McDonald's makes better strategic decisions than pretty Ferrari.
I'd argue Carpet might make better strategic decisions than Ferrari.
All right.
Oops, did I just say that out loud? FYI, don't slag your employer off on a live stream. Wait, I quit. As I was saying, that was too brutal. As I was saying, I thought Red Bull were fantastic. I thought Max has got. Look, Max is the best driver on the grid. I think anyone who says that Max isn't the best driver on the grid, I don't know what you're smoking, but I would like some. Because to be frankly honest, he's just clear. Lewis is now declining, I feel. And I know people will be having a go at me for saying that, but he is. I think he's being outscored by George Russell, so come on, have some respect. But Red Bull and Max have done what they needed to do. They've won races, and I think they'll continue that. Not a problem. I think, it's quite simple that Max and Red Bull are going to take this. I expect Mercedes will be stronger come the second half of the season. You saw that towards the back end of the first part of the first half of the season. They were starting to get on the podium a lot more. So I think there'll be a challenge. I think they'll challenge Ferrari. I think Red Bull are just going to storm it now. I think Max
I don't think there's been any competition. There's been no competition from the start.
Max's only competition is his teammate, isn't he? And I like Checo, but he's not at the level of Max Verstappen, is he?
Yeah, I feel like at the start of the season, like a lot of hype was going towards Ferrari. There was, whether I believe that I was always a Red Bull, but like Ferrari, there was so much hype there about how it's going to be so good for them. They're going to win these races. And then obviously the first race and Leclerc wins. And obviously that kind of adds momentum to these delusional Ferrari fans.
If I compare Ferrari to football, it's Manchester United basically.
I think it's
that's a little disrespectful on Manchester United, if I'm being completely
literally. But the only thing I will have to say on the Mercedes situation, every Hamilton fan can have a go at me all they want, but Hamilton has complained about this car time and time again. This is George Williams' first season in Mercedes. Sorry,
George Russell.
Oh God!
Oh.
That's it. I quit.
didn't-
I see you
I
later.
He's completely disrespectful.
I didn't realise Claire Williams had adopted a son. You know, rest in peace, R.I.P.
Yeah.
Frank and all that. But I didn't realise Claire had adopted another son.
But George Russell has been here like one season, managed the car better. He hasn't got those 7 championships. Although realistically, there wasn't really that many people to challenge Lewis when he was doing them. But my point is that
we had Rosberg, didn't we? He won one title, and then was like,
congratulations for winning one. But I think that Hamilton should have been able to manage this car better than Russell with the experience he has. I just think that maybe you are right, it is done. But we have got some comments. Nightbot done. We have got a lovely comment I'm going to get up. Mystic Wolf says, Niall, the sexy James Corden. Dylan says, Max could not finish 3 races and Leclerc will win 3 races and still lead the championship. Completely agree. Prime says, the Plymouth James Corden I'm holding. Absolutely lovely. As an honest Sebastian Smettle fan, he deserves to retire from the sport and is finished. Nico Rosberg is an equal machinery.
Yeah. Do you know what? Nico challenged Lewis a lot. It was good.
But I think that the second half of the season is going to be very interesting. We've got 8 races left. I think it is 8. Is it 8?
No, it's 9. I think.
It's more than
9.
8. We've done 13. Yeah, it's 9 races. It's 20.
9.
Is it 20?
Look, I missed one.
Calendar? Oh no! It was going to be a 20. It was going to be a 23 race calendar, but we've removed Russia for obvious reasons.
Yeah, 9. Do you know what it was? I thought it was 8 because I thought we could finish on San Paulo and just forget about Abu Dhabi because we all know what happens there. Like,
oh no, I really need Lewis Hamilton back at Abu Dhabi. Because I reckon PTSD may set in there, and that'll just be
because
I don't know how he's gonna feel going back to Abu Dhabi if we're being
because we've got the Belgium Grand Prix, we've got the Dutch, Italian, Singapore, Japanese, America, Mexico City, Sao Paulo, and Abu Dhabi.
Talking of Belgium, I'm currently doing the Belgium Grand Prix right now. I'm in the McLaren and I'm third.
Oh, that's good. Good job, Niall. Good job.
I know, right? I'm doing what Daniel Ricciardo wishes he could do.
Yeah. Are we going to talk about George Russell's comments that maybe have been made in regards to Ferrari and Red Bull?
Also, just quickly, Russ has now sorted out an emoji for awful opinion alert. So if you think someone has an awful opinion and you're a member, and we're being really nice here because we're giving you all of the fun stuff for our cheapest package, which is 99p. So if you want to say someone has an awful opinion, we've got a badge for that or an emoji. So become a member and you can get that one now.
But yeah, we are going to discuss George Russell's interesting comments. And I'll put it in the private chat for me to read out, This is currently from Sky Sports. George says there is no doubt Red Bull and Ferrari pushed the regulations through the first half of the season and hopes the new technical directive from the Belgian GP slows down Mercedes F1 rivals. Spa is going to be interesting, Russell told Sky Sports. There's changes to some little regulations which may bring other teams towards us. Mercedes have previously been tentative about referencing Red Bull and Ferrari by name and accusing their rivals. But Russell said there is no doubt that Ferrari and Red Bull have pushed the regulations in that regard, and we've respected it as the regulation was intended. There's no guarantees it will bring them closer to us, admitted Russell. We know that if it was on our car, it would make us slower. Every car is different, but it's not going to help them, that's for sure. I mean, can we have some thoughts and opinions?
Well, there's two sides to this. We've heard what George Russell, the overpaid baby, has had to say. Max and Ferrari and Red Bull and Charles Leclerc all seem to have a completely different opinion, saying it won't really impact us in any way, shape, or form. So it will be interesting to see who's telling porkies and who's telling the truth. Do I think this might make the Ferraris and the Red Bull a little slower? Not really. How much time can you get from a flexi floor? I don't personally know, because I'm not an engineer and I don't have that sort of knowledge. You'd have to ask Adrian Newey, but I can't imagine that we're going to be seeing the gap that it is, which, my lord, it is still quite the gap. I don't think we're going to see that come right down because of a flexi floor. There's no way that a flexi floor is gaining you that much time. So it'll be interesting. Also, this has come during the mid-season break where, you know, they've had, and I know they technically shut the factories down, but, you know, that ain't stopping Adrian Newey from coming up with a design at home, is it? And ringing up Christian Horner going, I think I may have fixed it. And if any of them is going to be fine, it is Red Bull, because they have Adrian Newey. And if you don't know much about Formula One, Adrian Newey is the Sir Alex Ferguson of football. Like, literally, that man could turn water into wine, bread into cheese. That man is incredible. The things that man has done for Red Bull is insane. And he has been in Formula One for years and has seen many regulation changes and also mid-season regulation changes. So I think it's incredibly naive from George, actually, and shows his naivety, really. Because if he thinks he's going to get one up on Adrian Newey and Max Verstappen, someone might want to sort of give George a cuddle now, because I think he's going to need it after what happens to him in Belgium. Because, yeah, he might be crying.
Yeah, Chris, what about you? What are your thoughts on this George Russell situation?
I think he should shut his knob.
Do you know what? I wish I'd said that, because it would be nice if George could just zip it and get on with the racing, because he started. He was never this talkative.
For the whole season, Mercedes has been wins and.
Well, yeah, but he wasn't even this talkative at Williams, and he had an excuse to call out that car, but never did. I mean, you know, yeah, no, I echo that. I wish he would shut up and get on with the racing.
Yeah, I feel like they're just trying to make excuses, and excuses don't really rile into anything good. It just looks like you're being petty by trying to name and shame people and put blame on everybody else, when actually truth is you've not been good enough. You've genuinely not been good. You've genuinely not been good enough this season. You haven't driven well enough. You haven't. Your cars haven't been good enough.
In all fairness to George, he's actually been quite good at Formula One this season. It's Lewis that has struggled.
Yeah,
George hasn't been too bad, but he just needs to zip it.
Water into wine, bread into cheese. But can he do it on a cold, rainy night at Stoke?
Adrian Newey, I think someone will correct me, I'm sure, but I'm pretty sure Adrian Newey dealt with Ayrton Senna, and if he can deal with Senna, yeah.
Is this Niall or William Shakespeare poetry that brings tears to the eyes? Thank you. Who's the Peter Drury of F1?
The who?
Peter Drury.
Is he like some sort of commentator? He's a commentator, isn't he? Murray Walker, isn't it? Peter Drury, Murray Walker. Yeah. Murray Walker is the greatest commentator Formula One's ever had.
I beg your pardon. No.
Why? What did I say? Sorry, I'm trying to multitask here, because I've got Russ sending me emojis. I've then got to save them from my phone and then email them and then put them. Yeah. Also, the other one is up Russ now. Time to go is what it's called, I think.
But yeah, no, I think that Mercedes haven't been good enough, and making excuses seems to be their lovely way of life at the minute, and that's cool. But just don't George Russell into this because he's been your best driver out of your 7-time championship winner.
To be
And
fair,
bloody.
as I said, George is getting very irritating. Very.
Oh no,
irritating.
I know. Since he's Niall doesn't know who Piastri is. No one should ever make fun of me for not knowing something ever again. This is blasphemous, Niall.
I did think it was him, but I am also quite tired. So yeah, it's one of them. Also, it's his Formula One. I don't know how Peter Drury got into this, but I get it.
If you would like these lovely, lovely, lovely emojis, you have to actually join the membership. And if you don't join the membership, you don't get to do it. The memberships are down below. You can do it at 99p. The 99p one.
Yeah.
Me, when Niall doesn't know who Peter Drury is, time to go. I can't become a member. This is a joke. You have to put. Who's Peter Drury? Is like asking, do we need oxygen to survive? This is someone clip Niall.
Well, it really depends, because if you're a fish, you don't actually need oxygen. So.
And on that note, let us get into previewing the Belgium Grand Prix.
Gonna have to define the word "we." Gonna have to narrow that down for him.
I'm gone.
We've only been back 41 seconds.
I know. How do I join
Dylan,
membership?
if you in the description, top link, that's how you do it, and then just click that, pick whatever membership you want. They all have different ones, so the more members we get, then I'll start opening up some other things. So yeah, but that's how you do it.
But yeah, obviously we've got the Belgium Grand Prix this weekend, which, Chris, if you're free, we are doing a watch along for this. You're more than welcome on.
Oh yeah, I'm off work anyways. We're stood.
Yeah, the three amigos will be reunited for what should be a lovely race, a lovely jolly, a stroll in the park for Max, as we say. I
don't want to alarm anyone, but I think it was last season, Charl, that you did the Belgium Grand Prix watch along. I think I was at Thruxton, watching some actual racing, or Brands Hatch, one or two. I actually got to watch four cars go round the track quite fast, actually. Charl had the pleasure of Fateur, tried to fill gaps for about 4 hours. I don't want to alarm anyone, but the weather forecast for Spa this week does not look great. And this weekend particularly looks quite wet. But luckily, I am not in Brands Hatch or Thruxton this week, so I can help you do show filler for 4 hours, because I'm preempting, because when it rains in Belgium, it rains like a...
Oh, God. So, I've just got PTSD from the last year.
I don't want to alarm anyone, but the weather forecast isn't looking great. So we'll get 2 laps of racing, and it will be fantastic. And it will be behind the safety car. Charl had the pleasure of that.
I actually can't. Right, Niall, give me your review on Belgium. Who do you think's gonna
review?
A preview. Oh, for God's sake, this has gone to shit now. A preview of your top 3 finishing. Who's going to finish on podium? And who do you think is going to be any crashes? What do you think? Let me know.
Dylan just typing in. I'm not even going to try and guess the language, but top 3. I will go Max to win the race. I think Charles will come second. I'm gonna say Charles to come second, and I'm going to say Checo come third. That'll be my 3, or maybe Lewis. Maybe depends on how the Mercedes performs. I think it'll be quite an interesting race. It's very difficult after the mid-season break because on form, you know, Red Bull should win this quite easily. But it's going to be tough because when you've been away for 4 weeks, the form sort of goes out the window in a way, and we don't know the position of the teams and how they're going to come back. So it's very much it's a tricky one to predict. But they're my three. But what was the other question, Chris? I definitely missed that bit.
Do you see any incidents happening?
Incidents? Oh my! Well, when you have Max Verstappen on the track, you can never say an incident in far away. And I love Max, but he does like a good incident. Although he has got better this season. And I would say my driving style is very much like Max Verstappen. I see a gap, I go for it, and if the other car has to yield, well, that's their problem, not mine. So I very much like that driving style. But with that, I think that's mine. I don't. It's if it's going to be wet, then we're going to see more than just one incident, which I cannot predict which one it will be. But you know, I predict we'll see at least a couple. I mean, these cars going through Eau Rouge, that is not going to be that's going to be interesting because if it's anything like the Formula One game, in the wet, going through Eau Rouge in these cars is bloody scary. And I'm sat on a chair in the comfort of my own home. These lot will be in the car when they crash. So I feel for them because it looks a bit shaky.
Yeah. What about you, Chris?
I think this track suits Red Bull from what I saw of the layout, but don't predict an F1 race in the rain. If it is raining, of course.
That is true.
Yeah. So who do you
I
think top three?
I think Verstappen will win. I'm done a door for the wins bad George Russell to finish second, and I've done a door for Charles Leclerc to finish third. And I think once again, the things that guaranteed in life, death, taxes, builds, Ferrari fucking up a strategy, and a Ferrari DNF.
Yeah, see, I would have put Sainz above from Leclerc because Leclerc's had more problems than Sainz. I think that Sainz will probably do better than Leclerc just based on car faults.
No, I think Leclerc has certainly I think will have sorted himself out after France now. And as long as Ferrari don't try and put him on, I don't know, slicks in the wet or inters on the dry or fuck knows whatever else they could try.
So what they've been doing recently,
or maybe they'll try the no
Ferrari behavior.
Maybe they'll go for the no rear wing or the no steering wheel or the no front nose. I don't know what they'll go for, but as long as they don't do anything stupid, I think Charles should be fine. It was when they put Charles on the hards, it's like. But that makes no sense. If you not been watching the Alpines just absolutely struggling at the back because they can't get any pace. Although I tried the hards in Hungary on my last race, so I came second. So, or did I win it? No, I won it as I got onto a mediums after a one stop. I know, right? Okay. I definitely pushed Max off in the first corner as well, but that was his fault, not mine.
But yeah, no, I predicted Max Verstappen win. I think maybe we'll get a couple of laps. We might get more laps than last year. I'm predicting we're going to get more laps than last year.
Do you want me to check the weather forecast for Spa?
Yeah, please. Because I'm not going to lie, my prediction on how many laps there are going to be on your weather prediction. So better make it good.
Okay. Saturday, pissing it down with rain, but Sunday's going to be dry. So we may... And Charl wouldn't have dealt with this before, but I have, I'm sure Chris has, Sunday morning quali. We'll love that. I think the last time we had Sunday morning quali was Japan during one of their monsoons.
Morning? What time?
We don't know. It'll be whenever. If they can't get quali done
Saturday. It starts out at 2 p.m. on Sunday.
Yes, so it'll probably be 10 10, 11 o'clock. But yeah, if we don't get quali on Saturday, it means Sunday morning quali, and I quite like the idea of Sunday morning quali. It's quite nice, mainly because I won't miss it because I'm at work. Although definitely quit, so I might put it on my phone and just watch the race.
Yeah.
Quali.
No, I mean, I'm definitely looking forward. Spa always brings us lovely weather, lovely crashes, and on the odd occasion, a couple of laps of real racing. Take it in, appreciate it.
Are you classing what you saw last week as, or last year at Spa as a couple of real laps? Because I would class that as a couple of laps behind the safety car.
I was trying to be nice then, Niall. I'm trying not to relive my experience of last year, where it was literally my first race on my own, and I just like, excuse me, send help, no racing. But yes, hopefully we will get some absolute good racing. Little bit of rain. Helps Verstappen. Verstappen loves the rain, so we shall see. But I think we're all agreeing that Verstappen's going to take pole. I think
it suits Red Bull for me.
I feel like it's been made very, very clear that obviously there's not really a chance for anyone else. So everyone could just do one because this is Max's race. So if you could all just jog right on. But if we look at it, we got near enough two of Max's races, basically. The Belgium and the Dutch, they're basically Max's races. I've just started calling them Max's races.
We had the Austrian as well, didn't we?
Oh, yeah. So 3 Max races, basically. That's what I call it. I mean, God's help, I think it's going to be some good races. It's going to be nice to have the F1 back. It's been a bit too long without it, to be honest.
Yeah.
Feels like it's been a pretty month. Well, it adds.
I do hate the winter break, the summer break. I know the drivers need it. Well, I hate the winter break as well. Don't get me wrong, but
we just hate all the breaks.
Yeah, I just hate the breaks. I get the drivers need to, do whatever they need to do, and they've all had some great time. Lando's got a girlfriend and has been spending time with her. Charles Leclerc's been doing quite a lot of working out by the looks of it. He's also been getting a suntan by the looks of it.
He needs more than working out.
Wow. Yeah, something like that. But Charles has been doing that. So it looks like the drivers have had quite a good summer break, and hopefully, apart from Daniel Ricciardo, and hopefully the rest of them will be able to come back feeling refreshed and ready to have a good race.
Yeah, I think that. Do you know what? I have a gut feeling about this now, and I'm just gonna say it. I think that Ricciardo is gonna absolutely do an absolute number on McLaren for the rest of the season. Honestly.
No, I think he's mature enough. He's dealt with this situation before, But also, everyone talks about him, but we've got to remember he did the same to Red Bull when he left there. So look, I get it. Everyone's going to be like, I feel so sorry for Daniel. He's 32, 31. He's a grown ass adult. He knows he hasn't performed well enough to keep his seat. But I also think he knows that there are options out there. You've got Hassan, you've got Alpine, and I think there are options. And it doesn't necessarily have to just be an F1. It could be IndyCar, it could be NASCAR, it could be all sorts.
Yeah, it could be anywhere that's not McLaren.
True. What were you going to say, Chris?
I think the only team Ricciardo's loved that. Well, that showed him the love was obviously Renault, which is now called obviously Alpine.
Yeah, I think he'll.
Toro Rosso, you could say as well.
Yeah, I think he'll do quite well at Alpine. If he does go back to Alpine, I mean, we are just speculating there, but if he does, I think he could.
I've messaged you earlier. I think it's between him and Kurt Darcy.
Yes.
No, completely agree. Yeah, no, I completely agree there. But yeah, I think we all have a gut feeling that Belgium Grand Prix is going to be a Max Verstappen win. Now, as you heard,
to make a prediction for the Belgian Grand Prix, I reckon we'll see lights out.
Well, we can confirm that we are going to get some racing. Maybe not on the Saturday, but we will on the Sunday.
Yeah.
As long as the weather forecast is correct. And at the moment, touch wood, that it's going to be fine.
Yeah, and as you all heard, a watch along is coming. It is going to be on whose channel are we doing it on now?
I don't know.
I think
is it yours?
Yeah, we're doing it on mine. So, breaking news: Charl TV is coming back. I'm going to do a watch along. It's going to be
a channel that went for a longer hiatus than we did.
Literally, it's going to be me, Chris, and Niall, and we're going to be back hopefully with some Belgium Grand Prix racing. Yeah, we are going to be back OG watch along with the F1 again. Be nice to do that, but we are going to wrap it up. But before we go, tell the people where they can find you if they want to stalk you.
Well. More importantly, subscribe, become a member. You can get lots of great stuff. Russ has been showcasing a lot of the lovely products that we have. So firstly, join them, and you'll get to use them, and basically, tell someone they have an awful opinion and lots of other stuff. You can subscribe to the channel as well if you want to support us like that. And we've got also the channel shop that you can go and buy some merchandise from, which is also amazing. So all of that lovely stuff. So make sure you do all of that. And my Twitter's there if you want to see me. Normally at the moment just slag the Conservatives off in Liz Truss and call her a dog with a muzzle. But unfortunately, we're not allowed to muzzle the Prime Minister, but that's besides the point. I say Bruno for Prime Minister. That's what I'm saying. Bruno, cut my energy bills.
Bruno's just yawning currently because he's tired of the Conservatives' crap. Chris, where can the people find you?
You can find me in Charl if you want. Well, actually, not a good idea. Because I'll build a big old wall to stop people coming in.
Love that.
Calm down, Trump.
Yeah, but you can find me on YouTube, just Chris Wells, and on Twitter, Chris Wells 1999. I think it is.
Also, who's paying for the wall? Is it you or Scotland?
Me. Oh wow.
Prime says the link still works. Try for yourself by clicking the link and subscribing to this channel. Oh, indeed. What happened to that annoying? Okay, we're not. Anyway,
Kenny. Well, he's had some internet issues whilst United are conveniently at their worst point in 50 years. So I'm sure he'll be back once United start winning again. Yeah,
literally. But yes, guys, make sure you tune in on Sunday. I'll tweet a time. I
think RJ will be furious with me if I weren't to promote the combat show tomorrow as well. Just
yeah, guys. Basically, RJ and Matt have. I literally am on the show tomorrow night as well.
At 6 o'clock. It's okay. I'll do this one for you. At 6 p.m. tomorrow, you've got the combat show with Matt and RJ, and apparently Charl as well, who has definitely forgotten to promote that one. So join that one tomorrow at 6, and RJ would be absolutely raging if I weren't to promote that one for you.
Sorry, RJ. Sorry, Matt. Tune in tomorrow night. Great show. Great hosts. On that note, It's been a pleasure, guys. We will see you all on Sunday
Told you have to win now.
For a no filter watch along on my channel. No filter, you know what's going to happen. The no filter Niall is back. Yes, people, and we will see you later. Make sure you smash the like, subscribe, join membership, basically do everything positive for this channel. Take care, guys. We will see you soon.